Hey everybody, today's PR's workout of the day is gonna be a 14-minute AMRAP. We've got deadlifts, heavy deadlifts, 155, 225, into ring dips, 6 ring dips, followed with 10 kettlebell swings. We're going American all the way overhead, followed with 50 double unders, okay? So let's talk about our deadlifts. When we set ourselves up, 8 reps, let's try to think about maintaining some cycle here. So linking them together with a touch and go for a couple sets. If we can't go all unbroken, that's fine. But what we want to focus on is emphasize the hips first. So I'm not setting myself up here and then getting in position. I want to start by bracing myself while I'm neutral and organized, and then hinge over at my hips, bend up my legs to grab my bar, and then pull. At the top, remember, we're hip driven. We're not trying to move our back too much, okay? So at the top, I'm basically squeezing my glutes, holding my ribs in tight, and pushing my hips forward, not over forward. We don't want to overextend, and if we see our ribs start to pop forward, we know we've got more movement in our spine than we probably want while we're underneath this kind of weight. After that, we've got our ring dips. Now, for our ring dips, we're gonna go with, at the top, to the shoulders, back to the top. You may kip these if you have it, otherwise just get down there and get up. If we need to modify mid-workout, what we can do is lower ourselves down to our toes, tops of our tippy toes, and press through at the top. If we do not have a ring dip, don't stick with this modification. Let's go to a parallel push-up or a kettlebell push-up or a deficit push-up. That way we're working on that deep range of motion through that pressing pattern. From there, we've got our kettlebell swings. So when we set ourselves up, stand behind our kettlebell, feet are about outside of our hips. Once again, just like we had our deadlifts, remember the hips on the deadlifts and the kettlebell swings are such a similar pattern. We're just not touching the ground with this one. But we still want to set ourselves up with the same intention. Brace and organize, send those hips back, bend at the knees, grab your kettlebell, begin your swings. If you have to start it out with a little pre-swing, that's fine, but let's focus on finishing with our hips extended and not overextended, okay? So as we come down, finish, set it down in front. Back on that overextended position, I wanna really emphasize the importance of squeezing the butt, holding the ribs in. If we're using that recruitment while we're overhead, we're not gonna find ourselves doing this. With the combination between this and our deadlift, we need to really, really make that a priority. If we are going overhead and losing, then let's shorten that range of motion to maybe more of a Russian or a hybrid, to where we're, just floating it up with our hips and leg and not leaning back to try to get it up all the way overhead. Then we're gonna finish it out with our double unders. So we got 50 double unders. If we don't have double unders, we're gonna go 50 singles with a double every 5 to 10 reps. Now remember, this is a 14-minute AMRAP. If we find ourselves getting really spicy in the backside, which is kind of expected, slow it down, prioritize your movement patterns. Have fun, guys.